Live from Brooklyn TV. Special guest in the house tonight, my good friend Chaunte Wayans. From the famous Wayans family in Living Color. Homie, don't play that. I'm going to get you sucker. Like, you know what I mean? Like real classics, 90s style. Chaunte's in the building. Stand-up comic, actress. She's going to be on this coming season, a Wildin' Out Nick Cannon show. And, you know, she's a hustler. And she's also my friend, so she's here. Chaunte, what up?
What's going on, baby? How you doing?
We'll get you set up here. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good. Can you see yourself?
I can see myself. See that sexiness in the back too?
Explain. Yeah, I see it. But explain it. Where did you come up with that idea? Because every guest that comes on, I get to give them a little background or whatever, and we do something special. That's what we do here live from Brooklyn TV, right? So I asked you, what do you want? How'd you come up with this idea?
That was just, I think it represented some of everything in my life. You know what I mean? It's little New York City. This is how we do. We resting right now. Tipping it up to the world. Yeah. But I just thought it'd be a little cute to have a little something that represents a little bit of everything.
Yeah. So you're from. Let's start at the top. Explain exactly who you are. You are Chaunte Wayans from the Wayans family. Explain that.
Well, I'm a niece. A niece of the Wayans family. A lot of people don't know my mother, but my mother's Elvira. So everybody, they always ask me which one is who and all that stuff. So, every week it could change. But, my dad, my uncles, all that stuff, they all my uncles. Okay. They all my uncles pretty much. So.
Well, you do all the big shit. You go to the red carpet premieres. They definitely know who you are.
I have my time. I've been caught in the picture with Keenan holding me at a few premieres, and I definitely been able to share that red carpet experience in a lot of different.
I know. It's rude to ask a lady's age, but you are an '80s baby, right?
I'm an '80s baby.
Okay.
Okay,
I know. Well, that's fine. But
my feminine side is gonna.
What was it like growing up, being a member of that family?
Oh man, I hated it growing up. Actually, I used to want to be a lawyer until I found out how long you got to go to school.
Yeah, that was it.
Say, you know what? I need something a little quicker than that.
I'm going to do something else.
Let me change.
I don't think it's going to work out.
Then I wanted to be a basketball player, and found out I couldn't breathe too well running up and down the courts.
Basketball player?
Yeah, I was at AAU.
You wanted to be the female Muggsy Bogues?
I don't know about I was like, I definitely wanted to play, but I only lasted till like high school.
All right.
And then left that. Then I did computer science. I know I'm not even answering the goddamn question, but
sure.
Did that, went to college for a semester, and realized I moved out to Cali and realized, that's where I found what I really wanted to do. Did a few behind, productions and stuff like that. But I hated it growing up, man. It was no.
I wouldn't expect that.
Yeah. You ain't know, I grew up when they was famous, but they was just starting off. So, it was kind of hard to be the Wayans and you still living in the projects,
All right.
Half of the family was getting the money and half of us was still living other.
And you would also say that throughout your life, you weren't one of or your side of the family, would you say, weren't the ones that were really eating off of those?
Yeah,
those
we wasn't really
family,
eating off of it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So it's just weird Wayans is a very, you can't deny it. Like if I was a Williams or a Jones or something like that, or
Billy D.
Yeah,
a Billy D.
Nah, but nobody really is gonna say that.
He was repping those Colt 45s back in the day.
He was. He had the little slick hair, the little shine, and all that stuff.
I'm a white boy. I can handle a little Colt 45.
Yeah, we was doing that, but you couldn't get away from Wayans.
Yeah,
so working at McDonald's, you got, why you over here if you were Wayans?
Right.
Because I need to eat. So,
right.
You know what I mean? But
so for you as a kid, were you into like performing arts and stuff like that? Like, did you like theater or did you want to act and do?
I hate it. I didn't want to do anything. I think what really made me hate it was one time we went to a funeral. We went to a funeral, and we was all sitting there crying. We was like, and this lady came over and started crying with us and was like, can I get a picture? And it was just
Get the fuck out of here.
Like, yo, my cousin is in the coffin right now, son. And she came and did that, and it just turned me off. But
wow.
yeah.
That's the
That's
craziest
the type of
shit I
stuff
ever
we used
heard.
to have, yo. We used to, it was ridiculous.
Can I get a picture? Wow.
Can I get a picture?
Yeah, people got balls.
With you and the cousin in the coffin.
Right, so people would probably, so they took it freely to get at you when they could.
Yeah, definitely, definitely. But I mean, I'm not gonna say. I mean, my life was great. It's not like we didn't have a lot of good things come out of it. I was, like you said, I was able to go to premieres, and I met a lot of people. You know, I was able to get in the club, saw Jay-Z and Beyonce dancing together. You know, you got to see a lot of nice stuff.
That's dope.
Yeah,
for sure.
Jada Pinkett was at my uncle's house.
So yeah, you got to really experience some dope shit through it.
Yeah, I definitely did.
Not really financially, but
but you still
pleasures of life.
My family always looked out though. I mean, it was so dope. When I was going to Michael Jordan's basketball camp. Did that for like 3 years in a row, to the point where like he knew me. You know what I'm saying? He saw me, he knew me, and it was like, come on, this is Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? So
that's dope.
It was some dope stuff happening.
Definitely some fringe benefits, but
yeah.
So, but throughout it all, like you mentioned before, you know, you went to some smart shit. Like I gotta be honest, like I wasn't. So anybody who tells me they're into science or anything like that, I look at them a little different. So obviously, you had a brain in your head. You felt like there was things you could do. And you also said you weren't really too turned on by the whole Wayans family movement. Like you thought it was too much drama and shit, right?
I thought it was too much. We couldn't eat. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We couldn't. There's no privacy, and I think that goes for a lot of just entertainment in general. Yeah. Obviously, once you come out, there's no privacy. But it was more so just the people and how they did it. There's always a way to connect with people, but dang.
When I was in L.A. with Pete, we went to the show that he and Nick Cannon did. He was opening for Nick Cannon. So after the show, me, Pete, Nick, and one or two other people were out back where the cars were. So we were about to break out. And there were people hiding in the bushes trying to take pictures of Nick. Like, all you heard was,
yeah.
Like you heard the noise and you're like, where's that coming from?
Yeah.
And you seen the bush move, like a fat raccoon was in the bush. Yo, they were taking pictures from the bush. And then some of those people that were like afar or like almost hidden, those people, some of them disappeared and some of them started walking closer and closer and closer to the point where they were right next to us. And Nick could have said anything. Yeah. Like me, I would have been like, you people are fucking sick. Get out of here. Like I wouldn't even want to. But Nick said to them, you want to take a picture with me?
Right.
And then they were like, yeah, you know. But what if he was having a conversation about his grandmother being in the hospital?
Yeah.
What if, you know what I mean? God forbid. But what if he was having a serious conversation with somebody at that moment? That wouldn't be the time to speak.
It wouldn't. Nick, first of all, shout out to Nick and Pete Davidson.
Hell yeah.
Both very great, humble, funny guys. So shout out to them. But
my boy Pete.
You got to understand too that I get the level of the celebrity. You know what I'm saying? Like the feeling. Like I meet a lot of people and I never really was starstruck. The only time I did get starstruck was when I saw Michael Jackson. But that was like during his trial and all that stuff. And, you know, we were sitting around waiting. He wasn't showing up. And I remember just seeing the umbrella and going crazy. So. And
where was he? Where was Michael?
I was at Neverland's. It took him like 2 hours to arrive though. Well, that was another benefit of, you know, the name. I'm thinking my life going, it wasn't that bad.
I mean, the 90s were the shit.
It was the shit.
The 90s were the shit. The 90s was the shit for music, for television, for just everything. Like young people today, they say things to us like the older people like our age, 30s, and they're like, oh, your music sucked. Like all this shit sucked and blah, blah, blah. But all this new shit is good. And the movies and the TV programs and the shows that came out that'll never be had again.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like,
or somebody trying to redo it.
Like, you think? Do you think it's our age, or do you think it's seriously it was that good?
No, I think it was just really good. I think it was a start for originality to begin with. I mean, you know, I know Richard Pryor was a little older, but you had Richard Pryor rocking out. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the fam, but they did In Living Color. Everybody was willing to take a certain chance. I think now you have some good stuff on, but you got the reality. You know what I'm saying? You got the reality. You got all this stuff that is either a remake. You know what I mean? It's like all they do is just, instead of it being white people, it's gonna be black people. Instead of it being black people, you know, we gonna do this. It's like, no.
Yeah, well,
come up with something.
The thing about it is that I'm a stuck in the 90s guy.
Gangster right here, you know, smoking on this.
Yeah, fuck all that. This is live from Brooklyn TV. I do what the fuck I want to do on here. The only thing you can't do is pull a titty out.
Oh, that was gonna be my ending act.
You know what? I had a spoiler for you because unfortunately they don't respect nudity on the internet.
You know how many people want to see these lesbian titties, bro?
What's that?
You know how many people want to see these lesbian titties?
Listen, I know a lot of people that would love to see. No, listen. People love to see titties. A lesbian titty, a straight titty. Titties are good. Nobody wants to see a gay dick, though. I'll tell you that much.
Damn sure. I don't want to see that shit. Huh? That shit, I said I definitely don't want to see that. This is my people's. I don't know why.
Well,
I would want.
Listen,
a gay dude though.
We do smoke some things here. We do have drinks. Unfortunately, I'm sorry, we're a little dry at the moment with the. What do you drink? What do you like? You like vodka? You like tequila? Like what's your drink?
I'm actually trying to go back into not drinking again. I have too much fun when I drink, but what I do drink is everything that's available, if it's available. I like whiskey.
Oh, okay.
I like whiskey a lot.
I'm trying to pick one or two things. The whole bar shelf you're good with.
Yeah, except beer. I could be an alcoholic until the beer kick in. Then I'm like, I'm good. I'll save that. But I'll take whiskey. I like Fireball. You ever had Fireball?
No.
It's like a little cinnamon.
I don't know if I like that.
All right, well, you know.
We'll try Fireball. I'm a Jack Daniels guy.
Yeah, Jack
Daniels. That's it. When
I was drinking heavy, I would switch. I would drink Jack Daniels until I got sick of him. Then I did tequila. I can't even smell tequila. That's probably the only thing I won't drink behind the bar. Oh, okay. Well, I can't fuck with tequila.
So Chaunte has a problem with the drinking. Did have a problem.
Did have a problem. I stopped drinking.
Right.
It's a very there's a lot of people out there struggling with that. So keep striving and go get some help.
What was some of the reasons why you were drinking at the time?
I think a lot of it came from the whole fam and having fake friends, fake people.
Pressure of success.
Well, I stopped. I was sober for 2.5 years, so I had to get it together, so I could advance. And I will say, when I stopped, everything came into order. I got Wildin' Out. You know what I'm saying? I toured with KATT Williams.
Yeah, that's dope.
I did some very, very nice stuff, and with my family. So, but it was a big problem for me. Very big. Yeah. Got their friends and shit.
And how did you find the way to get yourself to, say, hey, that's it. Like, I gotta get right. I gotta get better. Like, what made it happen for you? Was it a job? Was it a friend of yours? Like, what made it right for you?
I used to work at Macy's. And although I was like the best seller drinking, but I was drinking and I was doing too much. I went to lunch one day and I just was fed up. I was hurting myself pretty freaking bad. You know what I mean? And I just said, I don't want to do this. I kept wondering why stuff wasn't happening for me. You know what I mean?
You think it was the alcohol problem?
Yeah. I would get people calling me, asking me to book me and stuff like that. They would be like, yo, we want you to come overseas, or we want you to do this. And I hang up the phone and call them back after a few shots and be like, yo, just mess up my whole deal. It's funny to me now.
Yeah.
But before it was just like.
Well, you learn from your mistakes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So.
That's all it is.
So what is it? So again, moving forward, You know, I wanted to pull out some, you know, some points. I know that was an issue you had a while back. We had spoken about that, but I'd like to pull out the points of the, you know, of the storyline. So we know that you grew up, you didn't like it. You didn't like being a part of the Wayans family. A lot of drama, a lot of fakeness, a lot of bullshit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wait. Correction, though, because I did love being a part of it.
Yes.
I just didn't like
that's what I was gonna say. But you did like what was going on, the activities, the fringe benefits of being a Wayans. Right. That was cool. But again, early on, you said you didn't want to be in entertainment, right?
I didn't want to be in.
Right. So now, when did that happen?
That happened when I came. I moved to after my semester in college. I moved to Cali and I started working on Scary Movie.
Oh,
and,
okay.
You know,
which is one of the biggest
it was
series of comedy movies ever, right?
Yeah, 1 and 2 is 1 and 2.
Yeah. Well, how many are there now?
They still going with it.
They're still going. They're up to like 5 or 6 or something.
They like 35 right now. They got a lot, and they just
and those are made by who? Sean and Marlon or
no? Hell no.
They're in it though.
No, they not. They was only in 1 and 2.
Oh, just 1 and 2.
1 and 2.
So you're saying the
Wayans.
Scary Movie franchise just went on to other actors and shit?
Yep, went on the production people.
But it started with your family, no?
Yep. It was we broke record on the first one.
Wow.
First one, they broke the record.
Unfortunately, I'm sorry. I didn't really watch that movie, but
hey, no, it's all right.
I'm saying past 1 and 2. I knew that.
And as you should have.
Yeah. I lost it after a while, but early on, you know what I mean. So you were on that project. You were.
I was working. I was a PA that was working that didn't work because nobody wanted to ask me. They just wanted me to stand by Keenan. It's just like whatever, you know, instead of getting, not that Keenan yells or nothing. He's a really cool dude. But, you know, they felt that pressure, so they would never come straight to him. They'd just be like, hey, so could you go tell Keenan that we don't have this or that we got this? So I was that person. Right. But I started off as a PA, and I got really into, like, editing and After Effects. So I went on, did My Wife and Kids. I was an assistant editor on that.
Now that show was off for a while. 5 years. 5 years, yeah.
5 years we did
definitely.
That. Had a little part doing this. Y'all remember? No? Okay. that was my breakout.
Did the family know that this was going to happen? I mean, like early on, did anybody ever say this family is going to become one of the most known names in America?
Nah, I think everybody was just really humble and they just wanted to do something that they loved to do. And, you know, Keenan started the franchise. So, you know, for him to take those risks, you know, making jokes about everybody doing those skits, it just started off, you know, and Keenan really good with picking that talent. So it started off and it just hit it off well. You got to do what you love at heart. And, you know, again, it was original. And that's when things start happening.
Absolutely. Yeah. I really did love In Living Color. In Living Color was amazing. It broke the careers of a lot of amazing people. Yeah. Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx, Jennifer Lopez is still shaking her ass.
Yeah, it's still.
You know what I'm saying?
that had to be its own show.
Yes.
You couldn't let that slide.
Yeah. So her and her ass and
yeah, really her
you
ass.
know, everybody, but Jamie Foxx, man. Jamie Foxx, superstar, man.
Jamie's doing his thing.
Jamie's
him
a fucking
Jimmy.
superstar.
Yep.
Jim Carrey's been, I don't know what, maybe he's too deep in pussy or something, but he fell off deep.
Jamie is chilling.
Not Jamie. Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey is chilling. He's chilling.
He's chilling.
Come on now. Ace Ventura.
He made a ton of money.
Ace Ventura, Liar Liar.
Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber. Me, Myself, and Irene.
Yeah.
I mean, when you do stuff like that, you know, and if he wrote it or produced or whatever, he's living lovely.
He definitely. He
had hits.
Is fine.
Yeah.
We know he's fine, and as far as we know, he's not a junkie or anything like that. But yeah, I loved Jim Carrey.
Yeah.
Loved. Who didn't? I mean, he was just he was a different comic. He was a different type of comic. Even his stand up was he used all those fucking crazy character faces and stuff in his stand up,
right,
which made him totally original. So again, when did you first say, hey, fuck that, I'm going to do stand up?
I did that. I was working on my wife and kids. I saw my cousin and a friend of mine. We went to the Ha Ha Cafe in Cali.
Okay.
Saw a few people go up, and that night I went home and could not sleep. I came up with 2 jokes, and I went back to the open mic the next day, did those jokes, and then they invited me to do like the main show. Right. And then from there it was just like, I love it. It was like this high that you just can't break down. You know what I mean?
And your material, did it come easy to you when you first started?
Those 2 jokes did. I had a little fear because the stuff that I want to talk about, certain people would say, you know, you want to, you know, I date women and stuff like that. And, you know, and I used to dress way harder than this, you know. Yeah. So people used to just try to tell me, like, you know, you want to start off with something like this, blah, blah, blah. But I loved talking about my life or, you know, certain things like that. But I was afraid to do certain stuff as well.
So it's always been about the ladies? Never no guys?
No, I dated guys.
You dated guys?
I had dudes that was
what happened?
More bitches than the girls that I date.
Little poquito?
I just didn't like it. You know, I was the girl. I wasn't having sex like that. I used to get a lot of, you know, licks, you know, get some good head and stuff. But
you get the head.
I got the head.
You get the head.
I got the head. So
I love the head.
From right then and there, I knew that it couldn't be just this.
All right. So what is it then? So what do you like? Blondes? Do you like brunettes? Like what's your perfect type of woman to you?
I love lovely. You know, I never dated a white girl. Never.
You never was with a white girl?
Never dated a white girl. Had me like a Japanese white girl, but I love Asians. Love Asians.
Huh.
But or you know, like Islanders and stuff like that. But I never I've dated some of everything.
I know as a fact Asians give very good hand jobs, but in your case
they give very good pebble jobs as well.
All right, well, see, so they're good at everything, see? And how was that Chinese food that you got from the store? They make excellent food there, too.
It reminded me of the first one I dated, definitely.
Oh, see, there you go.
It was a little... It brought me back to...
That's why you like all that extra hot sauce.
Yes,
you like it spicy. I know how you're doing it.
Get a little mixture. That's how you do.
So now you mentioned that it took off in Cali.
Yeah.
Where are you from?
New York. From Manhattan.
Where were you born?
I was born, what do you mean, the hospital?
Nah, fuck a hospital.
New York City.
New York City, Manhattan.
Yeah.
Okay.
But same place, though. My, you know, my mom had us when she was young.
Yeah.
But, you know, everywhere they grew up, I grew up in Fulton Projects.
Okay. And then,
Street.
so where else did? Because it seems to me you do a lot of traveling. Like when I see you advertise that you're going to do a show, it could be anywhere. I've seen you in so many different states doing comedy. So again, you were born in New York.
I was born in New York, but I lived everywhere.
And then what? Yeah,
I lived Harlem, Brooklyn,
always on
Queens,
the move. Always on the
Jersey.
move.
My mother was the type that literally she'll see 2 people standing outside and felt like the neighborhood was going down. They'd be like, "We got to move." We moved like every 5 months.
Wow.
But my mom was right because it did start to go down. But my mom, you know, as much as she struggled with us and stuff like that, she made sure we grew up in a good place.
Right.
My mom one time moved off the freeway. So, like, literally the apartment was right there.
Yeah.
You had to cross the street on the freeway to get to everything else. It was like nothing. But she made sure nothing was going to go down.
Well, that's what moms should do, right?
Yeah. Yes, they should. Yes, they should.
I mean, so it made you know what different places look like. You moved around a lot. You've seen a lot of different things.
Yep.
And you brought your comedy with you.
Yep.
So, like I said, you do comedy everywhere, right?
Pretty much.
Everywhere from the east to the west.
East to the west. I haven't hit like I think I did do like Missouri and stuff when I was traveling with Damon. But that was like way back when we first started.
What's that like between being on shows with the Wayans family and also KATT Williams? What's it like touring with those guys?
Oh man, it was dope. My family is dope because they love to write. They love to if I could sit there and we can just have a whole night. I mean, sometimes Sean and I get off, you know, stage, go back to the hotel, literally be in the room just trying to come up with more stuff. And that's just how they are. I'll get off stage, especially if I'm hosting. They'll be like, all right, go out and try it this way or go out and do this. And I'm like, I just did. They were like, yo, just go do it. But basically, they don't see failure. You know, it's like if you on stage and you trying or you do whatever you doing, you're trying. So, you know, you only fail when you don't do. And KATT Williams, I mean, KATT was dope. You know, he took us everywhere. He took us in and, you know, made stuff happen. Stuff he promised, it happened. We was doing theaters. Yeah, we did. I did the Nokia theater in Cali with him, 10,000 seater.
Wow.
It's like, I can't even believe this.
Wow. What's it like looking at 10,000 people staring at you?
I think it's easier than doing a small room because you can see everybody in the small room. You know, the theaters and stuff, you just see the first 2-3 rows.
And
so
then
it's like,
and then what? Because of all the spotlights and everything, it just gets dark to you?
It just gets dark.
Yeah.
And it's almost like you guarantee if you got something going for you, you guarantee to get at least half of them, which sounds big compared to a 15-seater.
That must be great.
Yeah.
What advice did I mean, between, again, Wayans and KATT Williams, now, again, I'm not going to talk about what's being said about KATT at the moment. We'll leave it as it is. I always enjoyed the dude and so on and so forth, so it is what it is. But what advice did both of them, on the Wayans side and him, did they give you for what you should be doing with your career?
Real stuff. Be you. Keep writing. You know, keep working at it. And it's one of them humble things that I got to go through because you sit there and you go, man, I did this, I did that. You know what I'm saying? And you come back to the cafe and, you know, again, people looking at you. I remember somebody telling me in Atlanta going, yo, you just toured with KATT Williams. Why you want to come do this show? I said, because this is fucking what I love to do. You know what I'm saying? So the advice is just, you know, be original, be you, you know, and work.
I like stand-up comedy, you know? I think that stand-up comedy is good for people who feel comfortable to express themselves in that way, and I think have the talent for it. You know what I'm saying? Have the brain to create the shit. And it's funny how you say about how to this day how strongly they are about grouping up and writing together. So probably the methods that got them the success in the early 90s and further, they're probably just, they're on the same shit.
They're on the same thing.
They're just doing the same
thing. They love people that's willing to put in that effort. And that's really all it's about. You know what I'm saying? Don't think you got a silver spoon in your hand or anything like that. You got to work hard just like the next person. And that's what it's about. It's a dope feeling. Yeah.
What do you got going on now? Before we talk about the big thing, because this is dope. July 9th, comes out.
July
MTV2, Nick Cannon, Wildin' Out.
Yep.
Hold your smiles. I see you getting excited already.
I know.
Forget it.
Blessing,
let's leave it for a minute. What else are you doing around that? Obviously, when that happens, your face and name is going to ring off the chains all over the place. For right now, what's Chaunte doing?
Right now, I'm trying to basically put some production together myself. Working on a web series, also working on a script, a TV show, and I've had some meetings with people that are interested in doing some stuff. So everything is coming together, touring more, and all that stuff. But I'm just trying to get ready, so I could be ready for when it's time.
And July 9th.
July 9th, baby.
Is going to be your first time on a show like that, right? I mean, you worked on shows, but you never starred in one, right?
Nah. Okay. I had a one-liner and under.
Okay, there you go. All right. So this is big for you. So explain exactly what goes down on this show, Wildin' Out. I mean, a lot of people know about it. Maybe some people for the first time are going to be put onto it this year. Explain the show and explain exactly, everything about it that you experienced.
Wildin' Out is just like a improv show. We do a few games. We do a few parodies of some music. And, pretty much just go hard on each other. It's two different teams. And we just do what we do. And at the end, we do a little rap battle.
You got skills?
I got a little something, but I don't really, I don't.
Bust it.
Nah, I like to write my stuff, son. I'll take you. All right.
You had to do, wait, but listen, so what, you had your shit written down?
I had to learn how to rap. I mean, honestly, there was a lot of times where you would have to see what people look like that
But
day.
you had to freestyle. You didn't get a chance to write down your lyrics, right?
Yeah, but I mean, I had like 2 minutes to go. All right, let me just try to,
All right, fuck it. But you got 2 minutes.
Why you giving me this? Where's the beat?
Listen, you're gonna be an international star in another month.
Yeah.
So you know what I mean?
Like
they're going to see you on Live from Brooklyn TV and expect you to bust a freestyle. You did it on national television. Maybe you can't do it over here in Brooklyn?
I mean...
No, don't do it. Don't do it. I don't want you to do it.
How about this? Even on the screen, because I'm the illest, worst rapper alive. It goes everybody then me. So I was killing it. I'm horrible, but I did what I had to do.
Well, Nick obviously thought good enough for you to have you on the show and everything like that, right?
Yeah, Nick definitely gave an opportunity for me, man.
You auditioned just like everybody else?
I auditioned just like everybody. Had to go through 2 auditions.
Yeah, they heard you?
Yeah, we did. Yeah.
You did it.
We did a little something, you know what I
mean? What basically did you feel about the show? Did you enjoy it?
I loved it.
Oh, yeah?
I loved it. First of all, everybody worked as a team. Everybody was cool. You know what I'm saying? We just had fun.
Right.
We were shooting like 2 episodes a day.
Wow.
But we rocked out
12-hour days.
It was a fam. Huh? Yeah, it was a family.
And you got to see obviously acts come on the show.
That was like great.
Who'd you see?
Besides like being able to be on a team or share a stage with Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
We had MGK, ASAP Rocky, Mac Miller, Chanel West.
Wow.
Mike Epps was on it. Kevin Hart, big ups to Kevin Hart. Yeah, he was on it. 2 Chainz.
2 Chainz.
I feel like maybe.
Yo, 2 Chainz got robbed yesterday.
Why would it?
Shots fired. Yo, witnesses. Yo, this is per TMZ, so you don't know if it's true. But they say witnesses says that his whole crew scattered like cockroaches when the shit rang off. They ain't too. I'm different. I'm different. He should change it to I'm pussy.
His lyrics speak for itself.
Yo.
You ain't. Come on now.
Yo, but so did you? And did you like seeing them perform live and everything like that?
Oh, it was dope.
Sick, right?
After the show, we had Talib Kweli pop up. It was like I felt like a little kid. I was like, oh my god,
wow.
this is ridiculous.
Now that's a real MC.
I love him.
That's a real MC.
Love him.
2 Chainz and some of them, whatever. 2
Chainz, but I do be dancing to his shit though. I can't even lie. But 2 Chainz, did they rob his 2 Chainz?
All I want for my birthday is a big booty gal.
Ho.
Whatever. I'm giving you the radio version. My son's in the car.
Oh, so.
It's about the radio version. But either way, that doesn't matter. It must have been a great experience.
He made me want to come out with an album.
Who?
2 Chainz.
Why?
Because
you want to turn up.
That made me feel like I could. Yes.
Yeah, I know. And you know what I like the most about this whole story about how you're going to be on MTV's Wildin' Out? You got it for yourself, right?
Yeah.
You got the audition and you did all that yourself. It wasn't like Keenan made a call or Damon made a call.
Nope.
This was all on you.
This was me. Yep.
That's awesome. Yep. That's awesome. And that's what it's about. It's about taking some chances. You took a chance. You probably thought you weren't going to get it, right?
No, I really didn't think I was.
Right.
I really didn't.
Right.
It was a whole, especially just my personality. Like I'm laid back and stuff, and you gotta.
Yeah, but I heard a lot of them are. I heard like even the rappers, a lot of their personalities don't reflect what they give you on stage.
No. It's true. It's true.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about in the auditions. The auditions is like you pretty much selling your life. Like you gotta do everything to try to get some attention. It was like kind of difficult just because people.
Shout out to
people was like doing this just to be in front of that.
Shout
camera.
out to my adopted stepbrother Spanky Hayes.
Spanky,
that's my man right there. Shout out to Big Spank. He's one of the original cast members on Wildin' Out.
Yes,
he's been on Live from Brooklyn TV with his foolishness.
Yes,
we had a good time with him over here a couple times. He likes to DJ and play classics. And it's funny because it's like white classics, but he knows it all. He's got a good real good selection of music. We had a good time over here, so shout out to Spanky, and shout out to Pete Davidson, who was also his first time on the show. One of my best friends. Before he was like my little brother that I wanted to kick down the steps, and then all of a sudden he started. he started. You know,
I love you, Pete.
he was beginning his personality as an adult, as a public figure,
Right.
and I seen it coming out of him, and I seen that like he had some good things going for him, like his personality. He's a great guy. He's a great guy, Pete. I wish him all the best of luck, and I'm happy to have him in my life. And you know, that's the thing. I understand certain fringe benefits because of the fact, like I said to you. He signed to Nick Cannon.
Yeah.
Nick Cannon is his right-hand man when it comes to certain things. So I've gotten to hang out with Nick as I'm hanging out with you or someone else. And there's like so many thousands of people around the world that would love to do something like that.
Right.
So I feel blessed that I have people like that in my life. I feel blessed I have you in my life, that I got to meet you years ago through Pete. Through Pete, actually, when you guys were doing... that little comedy skit that you were putting together, and you know what I mean. I'm just happy for anybody like yourself that has a chance to have some fringe benefits and enjoy the fruits of life. You know what I'm saying?
You doing big things too. So let me shout out DJ. This is DJ Anthony, right?
Anthony Mace.
Anthony Mace right there. Always you such a dope person in general, but beyond that, DJing and all that stuff, man. You gonna do great things.
I'm definitely trying. I got enough faith in myself and what's inside of my chest, and I'm gonna keep going until it's, you know, my heart stops beating.
Right,
you know what I mean? And I love stand-up comedy. I like to do that too. That's where me and you have been on the same stage a couple of times where we did comedy.
I've seen Anthony go from a comic to a bodyguard.
Yeah.
Beat these little kids.
Because and that's funny too, because you were there that night.
I just met you.
We should tell that story just on the premise of what it was. Now, Pete Davidson was performing on stage.
Yeah,
he was performing.
We was in a garage.
We was
actually.
in a warehouse.
Yeah,
in the slums of Shaolin.
Yeah.
And there was about 150 people there or something like that. And Pete, a ballsy comic. He's a kid who will perform anywhere. You put him in a bathroom and put 5 people in there.
Yeah.
He'll make someone laugh. And he went up and he did this odd comedy show, and he had his whole crew with him at the time, which was Chaunte. Shout out to Nico White. Shout out to my man Jordan, who was here actually Sunday. Sunday he was here doing a show with me, and like one other dude or whatever. And he had his whole crew here, and you were there too. And anyway, Pete, the ballsy comic, went up on stage and got heckled by some scumbag.
Yeah.
And the dude kept fucking with him. And Pete's not the type of kid that wants to be rude to somebody, so he was politely telling him to stop what he was doing. And that didn't really work. And then
so big bro Ant had to come.
Yeah, because this dude was like he was about to make his move towards the stage, and I seen his boys start to gather around him. And one of the things that I was worried about was Chaunte and Jordan and Nico, because I felt like not only would if it didn't get stopped, there was a chance that everybody there was going to get hurt.
Yeah.
So and I mean that, like I liked you from when I first met you, so that's why I did that. And I stepped in and just put it like that. We diffused the problem quick, and the comedy show went on, and thank God nobody got hurt. So again, you've been peoples with me since that, I guess, that day.
That's when we bonded. I said I would take him on the road even if he wasn't funny.
Yeah.
Just because I know regardless, it's going down.
I get to get out of jail free.
Yeah,
you get the pass card.
Even if he wasn't funny.
This
but
ain't
you
Monopoly, motherfucker.
Yeah.
It's real. I'm fucking with a wave.
Calm down, sir. Calm down.
Oh, well, listen, if the office still stands, I'm ready to go. But yeah,
always,
man.
Always.
So, did you think you did good on Wildin' Out?
I think I did my thing. I think I definitely did, and I tapped into an audience that hasn't been out there, so I was able to shine.
Yeah,
I'm happy. We'll see. When we
gotta see.
Hopefully they don't edit.
We gotta say. Well,
I think I did. I think I did really good for it to be my first time. You know what I'm saying? I never did improv classes or anything like that. So shit.
Well, 9th, right? July 9th?
July 9th.
I put it on the fly. I was hoping it was the right date. I could have fucked it up.
No. It's July 9th.
Good. July 9th, MTV2. Chaunte Wayans will be on Nick Cannon Show Wildin' Out. What else should people be looking for? Give them the best you could give them. Tell them your Twitters, your Facebooks. Tell them what cities and states Chaunte will be in, and close it out for us.
All right. Well, I say this right now. Y'all can all my links: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, all C Wayans. You got YouTube, www.youtube.com/CW all the way. What else I got? Got Vine. Y'all on Vine? We got the 3-second Vine show. Chaunte Wayans. You could just look that up. And, y'all can catch, just stay tuned. I got, like I said, a web series coming out. I'm putting some more videos up on YouTube. I also be working on doing a little tour. I'm actually working on trying to put this college tour together, so I'll be hitting up some universities soon. This weekend, if you're in Philly, you can come check me out at the Laugh House from the 14th to the 16th. Then I'm hitting back Atlanta, going back to New York, and going back to Cali, and just venturing off. So follow me so you can find out where the next city I'm gonna be in, and let's rock out.
Chaunte, it's been a pleasure. Thank you so much for coming through and rocking out with me today.
Thank you.
I hope you enjoyed your time here.
Definitely got to come back again. Thank you.
Of course. You're gonna be bigger and famous soon.
Yeah,
we need you to come back.
And I'm gonna be right here with you.
I need the shine.
I'm gonna be right here with you.
Live from Brooklyn TV. We're out.